Hello everybody, my name is Chicken. So this video is going to be a bit of a different one. It's going to be kind of like a collection video, but also, not. This video is of my shelves, not an actual collection video. It's just kind of going to be talking a bit about my how I store things and where I store things and what I choose to store and all that stuff. So it's going to be a bit of a room tour. You all have seen, these in the background of my videos. I've shown them off once or twice. But I've never really talked about them. And since I'm currently cleaning up the Ultimate Island of Sodor layout, I figured now would be a pretty good time to talk about them since all the destinations are put up and what's not is just track. So I guess speaking of track, let's just go ahead and talk about where I keep that. So for track, it's all 6 of these. So this top right one is for switches. Not all switches, just most of them. Some of them have to go into another bucket. I have this bucket over here, which I used to shut the door since it doesn't latch. But this is full of some more, a lot of bigger switches, three-way switches and cross, and also wacky track and some other non-Thomas stuff like railroad crossings, just because it doesn't really fit. So yeah, in this one I keep ascending pieces of track of all kind. I have a couple non-Thomas ones, just because I think these ones are only 2 inches, so they're a bit more geometric. I don't know. I keep them just because they might be useful. Of different sizes and stuff. So here are my short curves. They're my tighter radius curves, including the ones that have like barriers and stuff. Clack stuff that's on top. Oh yeah, and also my double ones from like Imaginarium and Brio and stuff. Here are 2-inch to 4-inch pieces of track. Or 2.5 to 4.5, if you like that. I have these pieces, which are longer than a 3, but shorter than a 4. They're 3.5. So I have 50 of these, and they're all marked. And those are very useful for building layouts. Here are my long curves and my long curve walls, and then here are my 6 and 8-inch pieces of track. Keep those down here. I have way too much straight track and long curves. I've never used it all before. So then up here we have these 6 buckets and this bag. I'll talk about the shelves here in a second. So this is adapters and buffers. They all fit in there. That bucket there is all risers. Let me put them in there. It's empty right now because I use most of them on the layout. I have more risers too, but they're in the closet. They're in bulk storage right now. So we have like this Sodor building block stuff. This bucket here is all full of like people and signs and trees and all that stuff. And some other like piece of cargo, like signals and signs. I have a bit more detail, but it's not Thomas related stuff. That is also in the closet. this one here is for all the buildings. So we got like the lighthouse, the water tower, the water mill, a bunch of different houses. Got the Thomas Kennedy breakfast one, Maithwaite Junction signal, Maithwaite stations in here as well. Those are just small buildings. I keep anything that's too big to fit in there somewhere else. I also have these long buffers, which don't really fit in here because they're just so long. They came with the Start Your Engines race set. Okay, so then this bucket here is all road. And something else that I've already mentioned is that you see these ascending pieces of track and also some other pieces of road in here. They are road on one side and track on the other. They came in not a Thomas set. It was one of those sets where it's like a bucket and the lid of the bucket is a destination, like a mountain or something. It came with one of those, and I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't have a lot of road at the time. I also keep the level crossing in there, and any road maps. I don't keep straight road pieces except for this one, because that one goes to the gas station. I don't keep straight pieces of road in there because I just have so much. It's not like the curves. And then here are my archstone bridges. I actually have too many to fit in here, so I have a couple right there, which are not complete. But this one has all the complete ones in here. So I got like, I don't know, like 6 of them in here. Most of them are different. I have 2 of the originals, I think, though. 2 complete ones of the original. And then I have the incomplete one right there. Okay, so that's all of the track. Oh yeah, well, besides this stuff. So yeah, next we'll move on to the shelves. Okay, I've moved the table back a little bit just to give myself some more room to show off the shelves. So yeah, we'll start from the top and work our way down. So stuff on the top is basically just for stuff that doesn't fit in the actual cubes. Either it's too tall or too long or doesn't really fit the theme of a shelf. So you got stuff like the suspension bridges. Here's the new and the old one, and also like some extra stuff. So here are the archstone bridges that I was talking about earlier. Here's Deluxe Cranky. He's actually too tall to fit in a shelf, so I had to put him in here. This is one of the things that doesn't fit with any other theme. It's just like the single engine shed or special engine shed. Lighthouse is too big. The curvy viaduct thing you can curve. That's one of my newest ones. We got Merrick here and some extra straight track. Got these 2 signs here from whenever I bought the Start Your Engines race set. That's how I just included them for some reason. I don't know why. We got the airfield. This does fit, but it doesn't really fit with the theme. Now the power generator, I don't put this in here. Like, I don't put it in the shelves because I'm worried it's kind of a fire hazard because this thing just kind of lifts up and there's like holes and stuff, but it still works, which is why it scares me. So here's the lifting bridge, or drawbridge. I don't think it's called a lifting bridge. Here's the engine caddy. I have the engines arranged in the formation that it was like advertised in. So that's why they're not on the wall. We'll get to the walls here in a little bit. So then along here is basically just the 4 roundhouses that I have. I have almost all of the roundhouses. I'm just missing a like the newer version of that one over there, but this is more than enough roundhouses. So this, I've got the Mattel one, the 2003 one. I have 6 single engine sheds, the round turntable, the just some risers and stuff. We got this bag here with a bunch of stuff in it. So cargo car bases and these little clips that clip the track together. And also some like screws and little plastic cargo holders. Here's a play rail instruction guide. So these two pieces of track, I don't really know where to put them, so I just keep them up here because they're really hard to find otherwise. Here's the original roundhouse with the original turntable. Thomas clock, found that at Goodwill. These are actually custom bases, they're just wood blocks. I was short a few, so I had a carpenter friend make some for me. He made a lot of different stuff. Oh yeah, we also have consequence of breakfast stuff back there. Oh, and this mat that came with the Day at the Work set. And then here's the new updated roundhouse or deluxe roundhouse. So yeah, that's the top of the shelves. Oh yeah, Fake Glory 1 is right there. That's the top of the shelves. So let's do the next row. So here we have basically just a bunch of Sodar Bay bridges. Plus, this is the one Brio item that I have up here. There was an old Thomas Wooden Railway video by the YouTube channel Trains. I think it was the circus train one, where an engine went through that tunnel. And I just thought it was really cool. I like this destination a lot because it's got like road on it, even though it's not Thomas. So yeah, that's the Sodar Bay Bridge one. We have like a Knapford themed one. So we got the original Knapford there, the Knapford Fire Station, and two over-the-track signals. These are custom supports, which my carpenter friend cut out, and then I printed out some prints and stuck them on there. Here's like the mountainous one, mountainous box. We got Muffled Mountain in here. This you can tell because it's got like the brick and the nub on the end. And then we also have the Mountain Overpass and one extra Mountain Overpass tunnel part. Or Mountain Tunnel, sorry, not Mountain Overpass. There's Shining Time Station because it goes in Muffled Mountain. And then there's some bumpy track. So this is kind of like, I don't know, it's a bit of like a space filler one. There's not really a theme. We got two barrel loaders, two versions of the drawbridge, the transfer table, and the arched viaduct. So then here's kind of a quarry themed one. So we got Boulder Mountain, another Boulder Mountain, waterfall tunnel, and the Center Island Quarry Mountain overpass thing. So this is a coaling themed one. So we have the coaling plant, Crosby Coal, another Crosby Coal, and then the two coal loaders. Here is the Elsbridge box. So we have two pedestrian bridges, two Elsbridge stations, Elsbridge platform, Elsbridge watermill, and the new Elsbridge station. And then up top, we got the Wellsworth Crossing and stop mat. This box is kind of another bit of a random one. We got 3 stop and go signals, 2 more signal towers, and 3 water towers, a yellow one and 2 red ones. One of them's Clickety-Clack, which actually goes the other way. And here is the Hatch Street Crossing and the Christmas Tunnel, Holiday Tunnel. So this one here is kind of, I don't know. We got the engine wash, the car wash, honey, and the aquarium. And then up here we have net for tunnels, or net for covered bridges. So we have the road one, 2 traction rail, clickety-clack, and the one with the blue roof, which doesn't actually say Knapford on it. Here is kind of like a utility one, I guess. I don't know. We got the transfer crane, cargo transfer station, the mountain overpass, Marion signal box, and the oil depot. And up here we have more tunnels. We have the Tidmouth covered tunnel in this one, covered bridge, sorry, and 4 single stone tunnels. Here is kind of a, I don't know, fire station themed one. So we got the clickety-clack fire station, the traction rail one with the road, the hospital and the Gladenock switch tower, and the highway crossing. And then here's like a Tidmouth themed one. So we got the conductor's shed, Tidmouth halt, Tidmouth sawmill, or the Tidmouth timber yard, the post office, which isn't really Tidmouth themed, but I think it still fits. The Tidmouth ticket booth right there. And then back there we have Tidmouth Station, and the stop and go tower that came with Tidmouth Station, like in that same set. And then up here we have both windmills. So that's the first and second row of it. Next we'll do the third and fourth. Okay, here we go, rows 3 and 4. So the first box here is kind of a pirate themed one. We have pirate tunnel, pirate ship, another pirate tunnel, and the Echo tunnel. This one's kind of some more like industrial stuff. So we have the Sudbury switch tower, both clock towers, and their cycling center. Here's kind of a, I guess Great Waterton themed one. So we have Great Waterton Station and the pedestrian bridge, and there's Morgan's Mine, and well, it was like, well, it's Morgan's Mine, so let's put the Quarry Mine Tunnel. But then, the dinosaur mine tunnel matches that, so I put that there, and then I put the museum next to it. The museum stop and go station. So the next one's kind of like a bunch of like fun stuff. So we have Mr. Jolly's Chocolate Factory, the ice cream factory. Both these have plastic pieces broken off, and the carousel. So then here's like the repair box, I guess. So we have the cargo drop, which doesn't really fit, but it kind of fits. The Abbey repair shop, 2 work sheds, and the service station back there. Here's the search and rescue center. So we have Harold's Helipad, the main building, the fire station, which is all track, and then back there we have Captain's Shed. So then here we have Knapford Station again. So we have the deluxe one. It comes with this building, the office, and then we have the interactive railway one, which I have now gotten a roof for, so that's cool. Here we have miscellaneous bridges. So we have the Sudbury Swing Bridge, the Blue Lifting Bridge, and the Rumbling Bridge. And then we have the Sodor Toll Booth and the Sodor Transfer Yard. Here's a farm-themed one. So we have McColl's Pig Shed, McColl's Chicken Coop, and his chicken farm, dairy farm, and the grain loader. And then here we have kind of a Henry's Tunnel themed one. So we have 2 Henry's Tunnels. There's the wall. We have some bumpy track there, which I use for Henry's Forest. And then we also have the tunnel and the Hilltop Station from the Thomas and Bertie Great Race set. So here's the docks box. We have the gantry crane, the dock, old style cranky, new style cranky, and CGI cranky. And then there's the Sodar cargo crane number 2 and the Sodar fishing dock. And then the last box on this row is kind of a Wellsworth themed one. So back there we got, hang on. So here are 2 cargo cranes. This one has custom replacement knobs on it. Here's the updated one. So there's the scrapyard, which I'm using as Wellsworth scrapyard, since I don't actually have Reg's scrapyard, which is the real Wellsworth scrapyard. There's Wellsworth Station and the Wellsworth Water Tower. So, pretty cool. And then down here we have the Steamworks box. So we have the main building, that's the main big crane, and we also have the lift and repair thing. There's some pieces of track under there to keep it flat, so that we can actually fit. Empty box. Here's the Blue Mountain Quarry box. So we have the rock crusher thing, and then we have like the pieces that came with the deluxe set. I have the crane too, but I used it for custom, so I don't have that anymore. I mean, I still have it, but I just don't store it. So then empty box, and then here we come to kind of like a wilderness box. So we have the musical water mill thing, and then we have, this is a combination of the wharf set. So we got like the wharf tunnel, the like the muddy pond, and the spiral that came with the Hero of the Rails set. And that one back there in the back left is actually from the wharf set. So that's why they're together, because it matches so well. So this one's pretty similar. This one is like a narrow gauge themed one. So we have the Man in the Hills set and the Renaissance and the roller coaster set behind it. Here is an airport box. So we have the main hangar, we have the blimp destination, the control tower, another control tower, and the tunnel. And here's 2 Jeremys. I have 2 runways in there. And then here is Interactive Railway Cranky, which I just keep down here. Okay. 3 more left. So here's kind of like more industrial stuff. So we have the paint factory, the cement works, the Sodar oil derrick, and the haunted mine tunnel. And then over here we have the Sodar lumber mill. This is like a lumber thing. So you have the lumber sawmill dumping depot and 2 lumber mills. And then we also have Toby's windmill back there because it fit. And then here's probably the most random box you'll see. We have the Start Your Engines race set back there, Rolf's Castle, and Colin. So no theme in that one, but they all fit. So yeah, so that's all the shelves that I have. I have more destinations, but they are in the closet, which I don't think I'll be covering in this video. So it's basically the only things in there are the Misty Island destinations, the Great Race sets, the rest of the set from like Sir Topham Hatt's birthday. We also have Ulfstead Castle and just some random other destinations that didn't really fit. So yeah, those are all the destinations in my collection for the most part. Now we'll do the walls. Okay, so let's start right here. So here I have my 3 wall-mounted track destinations. We have the Thomas Comes to Breakfast, James Goes Buzz Buzz, and A Better View for Gordon. And then beneath that I have the Thomas Wooden Railway coat hanger, or coat rack, or whatever it's called. And I've put my metallic engines on here. I plan to get a red metallic James, because James would actually fit right there, and I think that would be really cool if these were all metallic. I plan to actually swap this shelf out with the traction rail one, which I recently got, and I will put this one over there. So let's go over there. So this is my classic corner, I guess you could say. This only features stuff up till 2002, or at least when things were made in 2002, besides a couple of things. But yeah, so we got these 3 rows are all flat magnet except for Stepney, because he wasn't made in flat magnet. We got my 3 different faced engines there. Old Flying Scotsman, old narrow gauge. I have 2 flat magnet white root Frosties. And yeah, so this is where I keep a bunch of like classic rolling stock and stuff. Except for the Day Out with Thomas thing, but I don't know, I just think that item is really cool. And then over here we have like road stuff plus some other things. So the battery powered and Magic Railroad. But I don't think George and Bulgy were made until 2003, at least. This tugboat is actually a 2003 one. So you'll notice that I have sticky notes across a lot of my shelves, and that is just to kind of help me think about how much space I'm going to need for the things that I'm still missing. So right here I have the white Sutter Bay barge, and that'll go right there. Okay. So let's do this shelf next. So this is kind of just a bunch of like utility road items. So I got like birdies, Terrances. Here's the pack. More service stuff. This row here is all lorries, water vehicles, faceless things, plus some overflow stuff. So we got Hector, Rocky, Custom Ulp, and Lofty. That's a Brio Lofty right there. I also have these Imaginarium people right there. I have some stuff still in the box. Found this at Goodwill. Just a bunch of like Trackmaster 2 stuff. And some Bachman stuff. Here's like a really old checklist of items that I used. Lots and lots of Bachman boxes that I've hung up. I have way more than this, but I have just chosen not to hang them up because I'm tired. There's some more Trackmaster 2 stuff. So this shelf here, this big one, this is all bulk rolling stock. So, I mean, I'll just show you what's on here. There's Orange Rickety. That's probably the rarest thing in my whole collection. But yeah, a lot of express coaches, a lot of cabooses, breakdown trains, breakdown cranes. Some custom works unit stuff that I made using off-print stuff. There's more customs, custom Green Express coaches, custom old coaches, all that sort of stuff. Come over here, there's more Bachman boxes. Got some play rail boxes on this shelf, but this wall here is all my customs. So these are mostly Railway Series accurate stuff, or Railway Series characters, like Pug and Ginty and 16. Duncan is there as a placeholder, since I still have to make a red Duncan. But yeah. So then, this big wall here, this is all, I guess bulk train storage. So this whole top row here is just Thomas's. That's just Thomas's. Then we got Edwards, Henry's, Gordon's, and James's, and then Percy's and Toby's. Now Douglas, Oliver's, Bill and Ben's, Diesel's. Just a bunch of different characters. I can quickly run through the things that I have here. So battery-powered Hero, battery-powered Charlie, interactive railway Billy, the Cheese Airy, battery-powered Spencer, interactive railway Molly, interactive railway Rosie, battery-powered Rosie, Fix Me Up Steven, battery-powered Diesel, 2002 battery-powered Percy, 2002 battery-powered James, interactive railway James, interactive railway Edward, interactive railway Toby, 2003 Duck, battery-powered Toby, Subsea Percy, 1942 Thomas, Early Engineers Thomas, Mr. Bubbles Thomas, battery-powered Gordon, and custom gold Edward. So those are all things that I'd like to add to my collection. Since, but you know that's like far in the future. And then directly above this, we have my newest shelf, which is my play rail shelf. I have to hold up my camera high because this is taller than I am at this point. So, yeah, just a bunch of different play rail items. Most of these I've gotten this year, except for some of the Trackmaster items that are up here, such as Diesel 10 Dodge. I've had Dennis for a long time, actually. I've had Rheneas, the Express coaches. I've had Boko for a long time as well, and the fireworks cars. But everything else, I guess besides Arthur, Mavis, and Bill, and that car right there, and some of the trucks, most of that is all new. Okay. And I guess while we're on the topic of play rail, this is where I keep all my play rail track right now. It just fits in this cardboard box. So, okay. Now on to this shelf here, which is all narrow gauge. So, yeah, that one right there is for Yellow Rheneas. And then that empty row right there is for the three other Victors. The Victor comes to Sodor, Sea Soak Victor, and Battery Powered Victor. So yeah. And then there is Emily's box, and there's Toby's box for play rail. And then this here is kind of like special cargo in terms of rolling stock. So we have circus train stuff up there, birthday stuff, kind of, recycling and mine and animal products and dinosaurs and excavation stuff. Just a bunch of different, like that kind of stuff. Stuff that you don't really have multiples of, which is different from this, which I have I clearly have multiples of stuff. So yeah. That is pretty much all the shelves. And just quickly talk about this. So this is a Mafia Railway, obviously. You can tell that. It doesn't look very good right now. Just brief history. I used to have tables all throughout this room that I was going to make a massive model railway, but I got too overwhelmed. So I downsized a lot, but now I, have room for what I really enjoy, which is wooden railway, which is cool. So yeah, there's just a bunch of random stuff on this table. Here are all the minis that I have in my collection surrounding this top hat. So yeah, that vacuum is nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll just talk about like underneath the table real quick because there is some stuff. Here are all my boxes. I keep all my 2022 stuff in the boxes except for the engines because the engines are displayed. But like the roundhouse is in there, Nafrid's in there, and all that stuff. So yeah. Here's just some more boxes. This is full of wooden railway stuff. This is full of more wooden railway stuff. It's just like extra engines. I've gotten so much stuff that I've had to like seriously downsize on what I display. So now it's basically just one of each thing, no matter where it is on the shelf, besides that wall. But like if I have an exact duplicate of something anywhere, I will take it down. So yeah. This bucket here is all take along. We got some more Japanese boxes here. That's something I found at Goodwill for like $1. And then here's all, this stuff here is all Trackmaster. And that bucket right there is all Trackmaster. We got some Pixar Cars stuff. And just some cardboard. So yeah, that's the room. Over here in this corner is just a bunch of foam. I plan to maybe make like a permanent wooden railway layout, like that like fits on this table, and like use like styrofoam for it and make it look really pretty. But we'll just have to see. Okay, so that's it. This video has gone on for long enough. I don't even know if I'm gonna have room to upload all this, but yeah, thank you very much for watching, and thank you all for, at this time, 199 subscribers. So consider this a little treat, little behind the scenes thing. Yeah, new layout will be coming out soon. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.